I got something special for you today. I got 2 videos in one, 2 different ways to make mozzarella cheese. The easy way with vinegar or the traditional way with rennet. So stick with me. This is easy. Trust the process. Believe in yourself. Are you ready? Let's make some mozzarella. Homemade mozzarella with just whole milk, vinegar, and salt. So easy, so simple, so good. Trust the process. Believe in yourself. Are you ready? Let's make some mozzarella. You will need 1 gallon of whole milk, pasteurized or raw. Do not get ultra pasteurized. It will not curdle properly and it'll be a waste of your time. Read the label. Salt for when you start stretching your cheese. And you'll need 3/4 to 1 cup of vinegar, white vinegar. On medium heat, pour 1 gallon of whole milk into a large pot. Stir gently until the milk reaches 115 degrees. Now turn off your heat and pour in 3/4 to 1 cup of vinegar, stirring constantly for exactly 1 minute. After 1 minute, cover your pot and let sit for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, strain out all of your curd into cheesecloth for squeezing. Pull together the ends of your cheesecloth and gently squeeze the ball to help release all of the excess moisture. Keep applying gentle pressure. Don't squeeze too hard. Remove as much curd as you can from the cheesecloth. Form your curd into a ball and squeeze as much whey out as possible. Toss out the excess whey and microwave for 30 seconds. The cheese can come out of the microwave pretty warm, so I recommend wearing a couple layers of gloves if the heat is too much for you. After 30 seconds, start forming your ball of cheese and squeeze as you go to release more whey. Microwave again for 30 more seconds. After 30 seconds, start stretching and pulling your cheese. It will start to become smoother the more you work at it. At this point, you will only want to microwave at 15 seconds at a time until your cheese is smooth and looks like this. On your last pull, this is when you'll want to add salt. Add just a pinch and fold in until your ball is smooth. Place your ball in a lightly salted ice bath for at least 1 hour, and congratulations, you have now made mozzarella. Okay, the cheese is done. We let it rest in the ice bath for about an hour to firm up, to shock it a little bit. So let's get to tasting it. This is the piece I cut off. That's pretty good. That's like real good. Wow, I'm really shocked about that. I honestly can't see much difference in that than the buffalo milk I buy at the store. You know, the stuff that's already kind of in water and it's either round or it's in like a tube form. That's amazing. Okay, well, successful. That was easy enough, and it costs, like I said, it costs about a half for the milk and the vinegar. It costs about half what it would cost for less cheese. Again, trust the process, believe in yourself, and you can do this. See you next time. Now that you know how to do the mozzarella with vinegar, we're going to go a more traditional route and use rennet and citric acid. It's more of an old school style of doing it. But I believe the yield is a lot better. And I think the taste might be a little better, but we'll see. So, as always, trust the process. Believe in yourself. Are you ready? Let's make some mozzarella. Traditional mozzarella made with whole milk, rennet, and citric acid. So simple, so easy, and so good. Trust in the process. Believe in yourself. Are you ready? Let's make some mozzarella. Okay, for your traditional mozzarella, you're going to want 1 gallon of pasteurized or raw whole milk. You do not want ultra pasteurized. You'll want salt when you start stretching your cheese. You want pure citric acid. You can get this on Amazon or Whole Foods stores. I'll have the link below. And liquid rennet. This liquid rennet I got on Amazon. This isn't something I can source local. So I will leave the link in the description for where I bought it on Amazon. Again, I think it was like 10 bucks. So not bad. And I've already used this twice, and you can see how much I have left. This will go a long way. In 1 cup of water, add 1.5 teaspoons of citric acid. Stir until fully dissolved. Take 1/4 cup of water and mix 1/2 teaspoon of liquid rennet and stir until combined. Pour 1 gallon of pasteurized or raw, never ultra pasteurized milk into a pot and stir in your citric acid water mixture. Put on medium heat, stirring constantly until milk reaches 90 degrees. Turn off the heat and add in your rennet. Stir for 25 seconds. Do not go a second over. After 25 seconds, cover and let sit for at least 5 minutes. After resting, your curd will have risen to the top. With the thinnest knife you have, cut the curd into squares. Turn heat back on to medium-low and gently stir until temperature reaches 105 degrees. Turn off heat, cover, and let rest for 5 minutes. Strain off the whey and scoop the curd into cheesecloth in a bowl. Put all of the corners of your cheesecloth together and gently squeeze to try and remove as much whey as possible. Remove cheesecloth and microwave for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, squeeze and knead the cheese to remove excess whey.
At this point, I recommend gloves if you're sensitive to heat, as microwaving the cheese will make it quite warm. Microwave for another 30 seconds. Knead the dough to help bring the curd together and start developing the texture of the cheese. Microwave for another 30 seconds. After removing from the microwave, add a pinch of salt and knead until the cheese smooths out. If your cheese has come to a firm and smooth ball, then it is done. If you think it needs a little more kneading, then microwave for 15 more seconds and knead one more time. Separate and shape the cheese into 2 small balls. Prepare a bowl of lightly salted ice water and place your cheese in for 1 hour. Congratulations, you made your own mozzarella. The cheese made with rennet yielded 6 more ounces of cheese with the same amount of milk compared to the vinegar. This could be because I should have used more vinegar in the first mozzarella. I will test this in future cooks.
Okay, this is our second batch of mozzarella that's done. This one we used rennet and citric acid. Same milk. I even used the same pan, the same spoon. I washed everything to make sure it was clean, but I wanted to make sure everything was apples to apples on this. So let's give this a taste. Not bad, not bad. Taste is on point. A little salty, which is good. It's fine. A very tasty mozzarella. Again, this was very easy. Took about an hour, 45 minutes total time. That's with all the rest times and everything. So again, if I can do it, you can do it. Believe in yourself, trust the process. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.